Hey, hello and welcome. My name is Mistina and you are watching Squazilla, the occasional dose of my reviews, reactions and opinions. And now today I'm going to react to the latest chapter of One Piece. Welcome back. It has been 2 weeks since, 2 weeks since the last chapter. And we are in a flashback and it hurts especially, the breaks because it is a flashback. It is an important flashback. And, we were at the top of the conflict, so to speak, and I'm really ready to see how everything just goes. And I guess that this chapter will be a return to our current events, and I don't know, it must be very sad because this will be the Shuri and Brook confrontation, I guess, but that's just my take on it. I'm not sure. I don't know what is going to happen. But what I do know is that I'm really grateful for you to joining me this time around too. And I hope that you can enjoy my video as well, because, I make it not just to entertain myself, but perhaps entertaining you as well while I'm doing it. I already know the chapter title because I can read it, that the chapter title is one more time. It sounds very sad, to be honest with you. It's a sad title for me, one more time, because I know that we are in a flashback and it usually, it can mean something sad. Okay, so One Piece chapter 1186 once more. And there's something winterish going on here, which is especially nice since it's hot here. It's already in the evening and it is still very, very hot. And I can see already that it is a lovely cover request by Sunadango. Loki covertly drawing Ida, who is secretly amused by it. So Loki is drawing Ida and the animals are there and they're liking it. It's a sweet drawing and she's bringing some food. It's so lovely, actually. Loki is a Tsundere character for sure. Okay, Brook's past, the world government versus Hesperia. Don't give up, okay, and we can see the ships are there and the city is burning. Winning independence is our only shoot at a survivor, they say, and they try the best to hold on, but it's impossible. And Brook is really confused, and you can see the confusing signs and whatever, and it's like, what? Is he, I don't know if, is he being tricked or what? And he can see 3 figures. And you know what is interesting? I forgot to mention that this new guy has goggles as well, and so did later on Shuri. So maybe there's a deeper connection. People were assuming many things, so let's see how it turns out. We need a medic, quick. The king is in critical condition. Big bro. Okay, Brook is not really connected to it. Hang in there, big bro. Please, you've got to. Big bro. Brook is really, are you a fan, mister? Don't call me mister. And he's really shocked. I can understand him. It's a huge loss for Brook, for sure. Okay. Sorry, my computer froze for a bit. It doesn't take the heat very lightly. Poor Brook. Yo-ho-ho. Well, I suppose I'll just call you Big Bro. And, he's reminiscing about the first meeting. Big bro, where's that damn medic? And Emu's like, I don't know what's Emu's deal. This sudden intrusion is quite the inconvenience, he says. And the door is shut. Brook, you know that guy is dead already, right? Shuri's like that, and he's like, huh? You, who are you? What have you done to Princess Shuri? You see, I have watched over Shuri since she was a baby. She's totally incapable of this. There is nothing I don't know when it comes to the princess. Then tell me, Brook, did you know that I'm a celestial dragon? Ha 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 ha, reveal time. This guy wasn't my real father. Did you know that? Don't call him this guy. Huh? What are you even saying? You are the child of King Loifen. That's a fact. Can you prove that? That's irrelevant when it comes to the bond between a parent and a child. It isn't. This is life-changing news. I should have been raised as a celestial dragon. These past 16 years were complete waste. Don't you understand how angry that makes me? I don't. And that demand for 1,000 slaves, it isn't true. This guy just didn't want to hand me over. Stop calling him that. This guy was a good-for-nothing king who pointlessly led his people to their doom. Oh. That's why I made him take responsibility. With the king dead, this war can end. But defeat will only make our nation a lawless land, says Brook. That is no longer my concern, says Shuri. Okay, and here is the dead, perhaps now. I remember you now. There was a kid with an afro among Kendall's attendants, he says. Knight of God, Saint Meinmeyer, Guru. Okay, okay, here's the eye thing. Oh my. Okay, I see. So the different eye colors come from him, and the hat comes from him, obviously. Meinmeyer names. So it is what people were really suggesting. You weren't allowed to come near me, he says. And Brook is shocked. That eye. We wouldn't normally come all the way to a backwater country like this to retrieve a single brat, but this kid possesses those mismatched eyes. Being born with that trait is truly rare, and the Great One desires them. Oh, okay. I didn't awaken it myself, but she might. Okay, it has special ability. Thou hast said too much, Craw. Oh, forgive me, Great One. Hey, Shuri. And Brook is like, huh? No, wait. This is just a dream, right? I used to change your diapers. I know everything about you, Princess. You are so patronizing. Shedding trees like that is beyond pathetic. I deserve stronger protection. If I go to the Holy Land now, I won't need you anymore. And he's remembering her as a child. To me, you were always an angel, but now you look like a demon. Gavotte, I couldn't protect Big Bro, the man who saved my life. And you know, she's ready to strike. Okay, she gave him the head wound, okay. Bond and avant. From frogs to cattle, from kings to chattel. Of the dead you'll find only bones get left behind. Bones alone, as everyone knows. That's just the way the story goes. Okay, and he has been struck in the head. And she's leaving. And people are coming like, Commander Brook, he's awake. It's a miracle. And he's waking up. I'm shocked. A sword went through your head and you survived. It's a miracle it missed your major blood vessels and the brainstem. The brain itself. What about the king? I'm not sure how much you remember, Commander. We shouldn't give you too much of a shock. And he's like, no, I want you to tell me. We failed. The king is dead. An eyewitness saw Princess Shuri boarding the government ship. And he's remembering Shuri and what she did. Most citizens have already fled the country. It doesn't matter where they go now. They will be refugees now. He's like, Commander, oh no, his wound reopened. Commander, stay with us. And he's truly in shock. Because Commander. Again, we are back in the present. Back then, I didn't even know what a devil fruit was. The princess seemed so different after the king's murder. It was chilling. She looked just like a demon. But I always thought I was hallucinating. If that was actually real though. Hey, you guys. Okay, who's that? Okay, he's like that. Do you think it's okay if I put my faith in Princess Shuri once more? Okay, now he's staring up and naturally Frankie too. If she's a victim then, and he's remembering she said Von Brook. Is that just because I'm their daughter? I want to save her, Princess Shuri. Please, everyone, lend me your strength. And he's bowing down to his friends. No need to be so formal. Let's hurry and smash the dice. I wonder if lightning will do the trick, says Nami, and she's really pressed and ready to go. A radical beam is our best bet, says Frankie. And it seems like explosives don't work. What should I do? It says, it's up, sorry. And just a bit tearing up. And hey, Brook, wait up. And he's like, whoa. And we are going back to the Wolf School cafeteria. Wow, I'm stuffed. Okay, Luffy's ready to go. That crazy new guy is Alba's enemy, right? Half, then. He's my enemy too. I'm overflowing with power. The way I'm feeling right now, I don't think I can lose. Half. Targeting kids. The world government sure plays dirty, says Loki. Thou art ignorant of the reasons then, says Emu. Shall I enlighten thee? 800 years ago, the giant race were defeated in a bid to rescue their children. Such a shocking moment, right? The giant race were defeated in a bid to rescue their children. 800 years ago? What are you saying? A few centuries is not nearly enough to change the nature of a race. Without fail, thine people inevitably bend the knee when thine offspring are taken. Oh. Ignorance is the significance of what is occurring is irrelevant. Ignorance of the significance of what is occurring is irrelevant. History always repeats itself. This already, it is already too late. Thou art all slaves of Mu, he says. Get off of Alba, and there comes a punch, a Luffy punch, I suppose. One strike, poof. And there is no break next week. Hiya. Okay, I was right, and I'm happy about that. And I'm glad that we are back, and Luffy's back too, and I'm happy that Brook wants to save the princess. And, I actually teared up, when he was like, but, I took care of you, and we don't know what happened to Kendall. We don't know, we really don't know. Many things could have happened. Maybe Shuri knows more. And maybe she will tell us later the other side of the story, what we don't know. And it will make a complete story, but can she be saved? Poor Brook. Such a great story. And this is One Piece, once again. Such a great story, yeah. I'm really happy for it, and I almost teared up. I only didn't tear up because I didn't want to cry, but it was really good. It was a really good chapter, and I'm happy that we are back, and I'm hoping that we can help Brook, because Brook and Shuri deserve better. Shuri's demon form was awakened, so naturally she would say that, yeah, kill my dad, yeah, whatever. So if she were her original self, she must have been very confused when she was told that he isn't his father, and his demonic form was probably awakened, and she had to defeat him, and she was like, how should I defeat him? And they are like, okay, the middle is you, and it awakened in her those things that were dwelling up in her, that she wants to be better than her parents, but now she realizes she's not the daughter of the king, and she's not who she thought she would be. And being a celestial dragon is something big, and yeah, we are getting to know celestial dragons a bit better now. Shuri is once again another character who, just like Shanks, no wonder that Shanks appeared in this storyline on Alba, not just because of several things and several connections to Alba, but this is also a parallel to Shanks' story, because Shanks also went back when he was younger to Marie Joie, and I think Shanks was able to go back when he was order, because Shuri went back and it seemed like Shuri was a great choice and she was a great addition to the team, and they were like, you know what, you're pretty cool, I like that. And that is why and that is why they thought, and even Garling thought that it would be a good idea to bring Shanks back as well, because he's very powerful, he has the genes, etc. Now, what can the Two Eyes do? That is an interesting question, and I'm hoping that we are getting some answer to it. Thank you very much for joining me this week too, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this chapter, and if you did, please let me know by giving a like or in the comment section. And thank you very much for the corrections in the comments and the comments as well, because sometimes I forget things because I don't reread One Piece that often. Once a year I reread the year's chapters, but maybe I think I don't know when Above ends, maybe I will reread Above. Although in the anime I started following it once again when we were in the anime, when we were on Eckerd Island, I didn't quite follow it. I don't know why. I didn't feel like it was very exciting, but I was like, I don't care. But this Abba arc is so good in the anime, I just have to watch it. I don't know what about Netflix's new animation. I saw the trailer, it was beautiful, but I don't know what's really the point. I mean, if we think about that, you can remake One Piece in every 10 years, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not against One Piece, and watching One Piece like that is just very weird. Thank you very much for joining me this week too. Goodbye and have a lovely weekend. See you next week.